this. Okay, please start. Tipstam.
Okay. After we read the data, so you can see the data is appear here in the global environment with the 950 observation, and that is okay. But if you have the large data, so we can use this function head used with the put the data here and then run. Now you can see the head of the data. And when I put T, it's just the T row of your data will show us in the console. You can see T row first of your data. And if you want to see tail from the last of your data, T row, so run here. So it will show you the T row, the last T row of your data. And also you can use the structure str and put your data here. Now it will show like this. You have the, in your data, you have health, primary center, year, month, day, number of the patient. So after you run the structure, it will show all of the column here with the characteristic with the type of data, like for health primary care is show the characteristic and have 950 observation, and year is the numeric, and you see all of here, and also it include maybe the bank column here, nothing. So now you want to know what is the variable include in your data. So you can use the names function and put the data, run. So your data is include like 14 variable, and it show the name, all of the name here. And also you can count the column, how many, okay, you may confuse. So the column is like here, health data, year, month. You have 14 column in this direction, horizontal, vertical direction here, column. And the low is here, 950 is the low. So you want to count the column, can use the encode function with the data and run. So it's count 14 column. Why? If you want to count the row, you can use enroll with your data and then run. Now your data is have 950 row, and also you can view with the data. Now it show you for all of your data. Same,
yang karakter komen.
So the view is same when you click here in the environmental. So anybody have question?
Gibson, may I ask?
Yes.
What the function of str?
str is structure. You can see the structure of your data.
Oh,
Like
structure.
you can we have see in the first part, like we have summary or characteristic of each data type. So you can see how your data here is 14 column, and the first column is characteristic and have 1 to 950 row with this name like this. This is your first column.
Okay. Yes, I see, I see, I see.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Gibson.
Thank you. Okay, if no more question, I will move to another section. The third part is subsetting your data. So in the subsetting, I will show you this one, data. So we usually use the parenthesis sign here, your data, and we use this function, this parenthesis and the comma. So in the first bank is represent the row, and behind the comma is the column. Now let's subset the data. So if you want to extract the fifth column, like you have 14, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to extract only this column, the number of patients. So it's the column 5th, number of the patient. So you can use data and then use this side and put 5 in the column 5 and run. Now in the console, show only this column, the fifth column, number of the patient. And then in the same time, if you want to extract the 10 row, so look at your data. Here is the row. You want to extract just only this row. Now you put the 10 before the comma here, row, and run. So you can get the 10 row here, the row number 10 here. And at the same time, you can also extract a cell like in the row 10 and the column 5 here is the number of patients sick here. At the row 10 and the column 5 is here. You can extract 6 from here. It also can subset for the many cells in the data, like you want to subset for row 1 to row 2, or from row 4 to from column 6 to column 4 to column 6. So run here. You can also subset the various cells. Or if it's not the order number, so just put the small c with the specific number here. And yeah, don't forget it, we separate the row and column by this comma. So please try to subset the column 7 and column 8 in your data. If you have any question, you can interrupt me. Or if you understand, please try to subset the data in column 7 and 8.
So the Zipsan now explained how to extract the part of the data using the number of column or number of row. And she gives some question. Please extract the data, column 7 and 8. So this is a kind of the quiz. How to write the code to extract the data, column 7 and 8. If somebody can, the write, and then please show us.
Is there answer in your alpha?
Misalnya ini adalah
Cari data ya, section setiap baris atau setiap kolom. It's okay. Saya mengerti saja.
I think maybe they already have the answer.
So this is the answer.
No, the name. The answer is here.
Zip-san, could you show how to extract the data? That based on the name of the variable.
Based of the name of variable.
So that because she used the using the column number, but we can use the name.
Let's see the name of your data.
Okay.
So you want to extract like here.
For example, you want to know the number of URI.
So in the name here it shows your column variable, all of your variables. So we want to extract here. Now you can get the URI column. Or you want more like URI or pneumonia and influenza. You can also make the range here by the name of the column. And influenza. And also run. Now you can get the column of URI, pneumonia, and influenza it is the same when you put by the number. URI is 6. So the code line 98 and the code line 100 is same.
Is it okay, all of you? If you are okay, we'll move to next or
Okay, we udah selesai.
okay.
Okay. So another is we can change the variable name. You can change the name of the column by this code. So you specify the column, like you want to change the name of column 1 and 5 from health primary center and number of the patient into the new name of healthcare and case. You can also subset the column like 1 and 5 and then change into the new name and run. Now check the data name again. So it changed from the O1 to healthcare and the column 5 is changed to the case here. So please try to change the tuberculosis to one, the new one, tuberculosis with small t, and asthma bronchi to just asthma in your data. So the pulmonary tuberculosis is in the column 7 and asthma bronchi is in the number 8. So you can subset into 7 and the 8 column and change into the new name here. Okay, I show you the answer. So it's the same with above. So you subset into the column 7 and 8. And then change into the new name and run. So run. And you can see the result again from run the name data. Now you can see it changed from this to only tuberculosis and asthma to only asthma.
Ibu Fatmaria want to share screen?
Yes, sure.
Please check it.
Yes, you're right.
Is it
So,
correct?
yes, correct. So you can see it changed the name already into, yes, correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there are any, okay, if there is any further question, please move to the next step, the really important date variables, time, date and time.
Date and time. So in your data, so you see it have separate for year, month, and day. So we want to combine here, year, month, day, to like the date type. So first, the date type, I mean like something like year, month, day, something like this. So we will first combine key column year, month, day. So we combine by using page, and we put the slash to separate year, month, date. Oh, okay. Here you can see the dollar sign with the date. So I will create another column by using the comma sign. So run here. And let's see the new column, date. So the date is created from a year, month, and day, and separated by the slash sign by using this function paste. But if you check the data type of the date, you can run the class and you use the class and put the data. See the data show here. And when you put the dollar sign, it show you all for the variable. So you click the date here to check what is this data type. Now it's characteristic, but we want it to be the date type. So next step, we will change the type of the data into the date format, into the date type. To do that, so we assign the data in the date column and use the addDate function. And then again, put your data in the date column and specific for the format, like percent, month, day, and year, and try to run it. And you can see it's year, month, day, and okay, we check it again for the class after we run that code. Now it changed from characteristic into the date. So we can further work with date data already. Do you have any question about it?
Jeep, can I share my
Yes.
Kayaknya pakai ini deh, pakai ini.
This right? Tidak sama dengan yang sampai sini nih.
Yes. Correct. So now
please.
your data is in the characteristic type. The code low 119. Can you run? Yes, that's right. Run. Yes,
That's right.
And you can check run again for line 120.
Yes, that.
Just run 100.
100. 100 apa?
120.
120, 120. Okay.
Run. Okay. After the date, if you see it, have the one bank.
Dr. Donna want to share.
Sure.
Okay, I want share my screen. Ini lupa story-nya.
So you run 112, and then the result is shown, and you go to the next line, 114 class. Yeah, here, this one, 100. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the date is from character, because the date variable becomes date. You can see in the console. So you're right. Okay.
Okay. After that, okay, let's check your data again. it have one column is no data. You see this number 14 here. Maybe it's
In the data, you can see the NA. What
Yeah.
is the NA means?
so in data in a day, or maybe like nothing here. That's the bank column, or in another column like in tuberculosis or another disease. This may mean coding of zero that did not type here.
So let me explain further. So the gypsum show in the data, and then NA means that we usually think this is a missing data, which means the in the original data, raw data. And usually I think NA means that number 0 in this case. R usually distinct the 0 and NA differently. So it is to NA. So if the data, the Excel data has the blank cells, the R read the blank cell into NA. No, so about this. Okay, please go on.
Udah sih.
Okay.
Untuk data yang NA, aduh, tolong translatekan ya. Buni, boleh bantu translatekan, saya ngomong sama Weda Sensei. Untuk data yang NA ini sebetulnya itu oh ini tidak dimunculkan nolnya Weda Sensei. Tidak dimuncul di Excel-nya itu tidak dimunculkan nilai 0, sebenarnya itu 0. Tidak ada pasien kunjungan pasien.
Gypsum, is it possible to show the Excel data, the raw data?
Yes.
Zero, yes.
So in the line low 9.
Zero itu tapi nggak ku nolkan semua. Berarti harus dinolkan loh.
Row 9 here.
Yeah, and go down. It is okay for and go down. So usually the 0 is here. There is a blank cells. These blank cells becomes NA, not 0. Because you know we are not sure about this blank cells is 0 or to somebody forget to input the data or not. We are not sure about this. So that's why the R assign NA instead of 0. So is it okay? Now you understand the difference between 0 and NA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, Jeep, start.
Yes. Nina-san, do you have something?
No.
Okay. Next is I will leave the 14. So to remove this, we can assign by using the like subset, but I put the minus sign before before column 14 and then run. So now I also exclude the bank column here. And after that, we can also use summary function to see this for each variable. Like here is characteristic, and maybe for the numeric, we can see the minimum, the first quadrant, median, and also the mean in each variable by using summary function. And in the case, so if you back to the structure, the case is in the characteristic, but actually the case here should be the numeric, because if in the characteristic, it cannot operate in another path beyond this. So we have to change from the characteristic to numeric by using as numeric function. So run this. And then, okay, check your data again.
Sorry, interrupting you.
Yes.
I want to ask about running about data dollar and URI. What maybe I can ask? How can we read data? May I share screen?
Sorry, which one?
Yes, this is we take example as data influenza. How can we read about its 1, 27, 53, 79? It's what the meaning of the number?
You about the of console 1, 27, 53, 90. Okay.
That one is the number of the row.
And then
So
about
still
000 and A100, where is
so
the come from?
okay. Influenza. Can I share my screen?
Okay.
Influenza. So now you see here and influenza. Here is count from like 0, 0 in this line. So it will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is count from the row of when like in the row 4. So row 4 is 0. Or at the row 89 of data influenza. Row 89. Influenza. Oh, sorry. 89, and influenza. So it's NA. So here is the number of the row, and it show all of your data in that column, in the influenza column. It's just the order of your data here. Can you get it? Hello.
Can you get this? The meaning of the row. So data dot mark influenza show the all the values for the variables
Gibson,
influenza.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we change. Okay, we change the case. Okay, now we change the case column to numeric already. Next is we will assign the new row and case. Okay. So case C is we will clean by replacing the NA with 0. So okay, if in the column case in the case it show NA, okay, in the function if else, if your data is show NA, so it will become 0. If it's not NA, so it will use the number from the case column. So let's try to run this. Now you will get the case C column here. And when you see in the case column, in the one day it show NA, but you assign it into 0. So now you can get the new column by using if-else function. Okay, I think this part we clean for doing for the next part. Okay, and after cleaning, we can save this file. So we clean here. We want to save this file and export it outside the R. So we will export it at the CSV file. We use the write function and put here the data that we run here, the data, and comma with the direction, and also put the new name here behind the select function. Like you put the directory also with the new name. And for row name, we will not count the row name in the new data. So we put and now if you back and check in the direction, now the new data here with the data name and in the CSV file with the cleaning method that you already done it. Also, do you have question?
So can you save the data? Because in using the using the Excel data is sometimes difficult in R. So we usually read the data and then the output or output with CSV data. It is easier to handle the CSV data. So please, save the data into CSV data in your PC.
Maybe the same folder that you get the R code, or any way that you want to keep it here. Don't forget to change the direction.
So if somebody had some difficulties in saving the data, or all can.
Sorry, Weda Sensei.
Yes.
Can Jip, can you repeat how to save the data?
So please, so Fatima-san, you want to see that how to save the data?
Yes, Weda.
Okay. So I share the download.
I share screen my
You can share
Jip can explain.
Okay, I share. So did you see my sharing the information, or can you see it here?
Yeah, sure, Sensei, we can see.
Okay, because you want to choose the folder you want to save the data. So here, this is the folder which I want to save. This is the this is a USB drive, and I want to save here, maybe around here, to save workshop R statistics or something. Maybe I think that I want to share this one. I want to save the data set here. So I want to copy this one, the direction of the folder. This is written in Japanese, but I choose copy.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then close this one and move to the R to here. Maybe direction the same. The copy. This is the direction. So I add the quotation mark and change slash here, the same. And I add the direction for saving as I name direction for saving, and I add here. I assign direction saving is this direction. Is it okay?
Okay, okay, Weda.
Okay. And then to save the data, write CSV. So I write CSV and parentheses. And I want to save this data. Name is data. Data. And here. And so I use that paste. Paste is the, the combine the character. So the paste function, paste 0, and the parenthesis. And the direction is this time DIRS. DIRS dot. And the name of the file, whatever. For example, data, but I want to change the name, data to, or something, anything, or data, Ueda, you, and do not forget to put that to CSV. And row names equal F. Maybe I don't use this one usually. Maybe this is optional. And then run. Oh no. Function to a data frame. Cannot quest class function.
Our sensei did not run dirt, yes.
No. Why?
130 is not run yet, I think.
In,
your diagram.
Okay. Yes, okay. So firstly run this line, and then second still not run. I remove this one. Why that's happened? Okay, because I I don't know why that happens. Gee.
You don't have the data.
Okay. Sorry, because I didn't run. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will run. Maybe anybody can run because they're okay. Here install package. Okay, now because still I don't have the data. Library. Oh no, this is a problem.
The direction is not correct.
No, maybe that I need open or yeah, sometimes happens. Okay.
Sensei, the direction is not correct. That is mine.
So yours. So okay, here direction and still doesn't work. maybe this is the final import data set from Excel, and then the browse and the data. The name is the data. Okay, import. Okay, now I can read the data and hit. Okay, I skip here, and then data is run. And finally, something is, okay, see. Something's wrong, but still okay. Direction and the right. Okay. Okay, so the software is okay, and maybe this is the first part of reading the data. So if everybody is okay, we'll end the first session. Thank you very much, Jip-san.
Okay.
And it is possible to move to the next session, the describing the data. Maybe I stop the sharing. Is it okay?
Okay, Sensei.
Okay. And before moving to the next session will be done by Mok-san. But before moving to something, because that you send the data set, and then actually there isn't some missing data, and also we check the data, and I share data. Could you, Dip-san, could you share the data set?
Data set. Oh,
I will share the data set in the, okay. Yeah, we check the data set. And here, this is the data set which from you, Indonesia. And I think that this number of the patient is the sum of all of these number of patient. Is this right?
Yes, Ueda.
Yeah, but sometimes the number of the patient does not match with the sum of this number. We check that in R, and we are not sure whether which is right or not. So maybe I think that if we talk this and then it takes time. So today I will not go further, but maybe we should continue to talk about this one. Sometimes that because this process is the data cleaning. So if there is something unclear, then we need to ask you about that. And one of that is that sometimes there isn't some days, and also there isn't some duplication of the data. So I will send the data or the results later.
Oke.
Okay.
Ueda Sensei, untuk data di Excel, sorry, menggema. Untuk data Excel itu yang saya kirimkan ada perbaikan, sebetulnya sudah
saya emailkan karena memang apa namanya ada tanggal yang sama. Jadi mungkin Pak Eko menjelaskan.
Ueda Sensei,
Yes.
Ada tabulasi data sama bentuk Excel.
actually, Fatmaria-san already sent to you the most update data,
Yes.
which in the tabulation of the Excel. Gitu ya, Ibu Fatmaria?
Yes. Jadi begini, data proses perekapan itu kan ada yang tabulasi, ada yang Excel. Ketika saya bentuk Excel, itu sudah di yang data Excel yang saya kirimkan itu sebetulnya sudah ada warna-warna, itu sebetulnya mau dicek ke bentuk tabulasi. Sehingga data yang pertama kali saya kirim itu sebetulnya data yang masih belum dicek, ada yang masih harus dikonfirmasi lagi untuk melihat langsung data mentahnya begitu, karena ketika teman-teman merekap itu ada tanggal yang munculnya sama. Dan itu sudah saya perbaiki, saya kirim ulang ke email Ueda Sensei sebetulnya.
Tanggal berapa mungkin bisa dikonfirmasi ke beliau aja. Yang baru tanggal berapa dikirim?
Tanggal berapa emailnya, Bu?
Ya.
So, Ueda Sensei, Fatmaria-san said that the from the date and everything, because from the raw data earlier there is a double date recorded, and she already cleaned up the date like that. And she said she sent to you in the there is a latest version.
Okay, we check the the all the data set, and then if there's anything, and then we'll let you know, because the for example, I think I will show something. Kamen no choyu. Yeah, because we found this is the number of case C, which this is from the data set, and actually we from the all the the data, we summing up the URL and the tuberculosis, asthma, and so on, and then we make this one that variable total, and then we plotted that, and we expected that the case C and the total should be the same, this line. But some data is the number does not match, like here.
Yes, ya karena itu datanya kan yang pertama.
So this is the original data. So maybe probably after you send all the data, and then I think that the data it should be clean. So but I will check all the data and then create the data set for the analysis. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ueda.
Okay, thank you, Ueda Sensei. Actually, we can just continue because this is just like practice.
Okay.
And Fatmaria-san will send the latest data via email, but this one is for practice purposes. It's okay, Ueda Sensei.
Okay. Okay. So please, start the session 2, the mock. Hong-san.
Hello. Okay, I will share my screen. Okay. As we just saved the data from the previous section as a name data, we will use that CSV file to study in this section.
Excuse me, Gibson or Ueda Sensei.
Yes. Okay.
I want to ask something. If we are change NR to 0, if it's changed to in the Excel, automatically or not?
You mean that for replacing the NA into 0?
Yes, I'm done to change the NA to 0, but why in the Excel is not change NA to 0 too? In the Excel is not changed.
Excel is not changed. You mean that
Yes,
for
it's not changed.
you mean the CSV data?
Yes.
The original data, raw data. You know that you mean you think that that you send the raw data, and firstly we read the raw data, the original data, and then after we the どうかなcould you explain?
Just me, I understand. I
Okay.
think he mean that this Excel file after we save and export to CSV, the one that we change NA to 0 is the new variable name KC, the last column here. So now we change NA to 0.
So it's only change in the cassette row, not the overall.
In the KC. So the
Cassie, I see. Okay.
KC is already
Only in Cassie.
Yes.
Casey is modified from only the case column.
Okay. Yeah. So it's only change in Cassie row.
Yes.
Yes. Because we want to because we want to know the KC and both original data, because after we change the data and the original data, and then we lose the information about original information. So I want to leave the case, and then we created new original new variables KC.
Okay, so we still save the original and make the dummy one.
Yes.
It's the Cassie. Okay.
Yes.
So and we change the NA to 0 in the dummy in Cassie.
Yeah, because now in this case we know the NA indicate the 0.
Yes.
But in other case, it's always not, that it is not always the case. But this case, we can say the NA is 0. So, okay.
Okay, thank you, Weda Sensei. It's clear now. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jadi gini, cache itu adalah dummy dari cache. Dummy itu dibikin row baru lagi. Jadi kita tetap bikin ada juga.
Okay, so we will use this data to study for section 2. First, I will please install these two packages, dplyr and readr, and library these two packages first. And after that, I will import the data that we just saved or create from the previous section. So you click the data file that you save in your folder and import here. Here is the data file that we just export from the previous section, including case C that we changed from NA to 0. We will use this data set to run the code today. Everybody can import this data to your R already. Okay. Import this to your R already. I will show the data. As you see, such as row 9, they have the missing data of date like this of January 2015 and missing, and next row is 9 of January 2015. So I would like to exclude this missing data of date. I using with function, and we include only from the 1st of January 2015 until 29 July in 2017. After you exclude the missing data of date, your data will include only the row with the date from the beginning of 2015.
I'm sorry, Mok. I'm sorry, Mok. Saya interupsi. I want to share screen about Excel.
Okay.
Share screen aja.
Nah, ini.
Itu ada suara yang echo ya?
Ini udah di. Ini adalah Excel yang sudah di save as setelah penambahan row case. Memang seperti ini. Kalau sudah di save as, kok bisa terjemahin langsung.
Ini ada yang belum dimatiin nih. Atau itu ya?
Ini juga sudah akhir silang.
Pak Eko bisa di
This is the file that you save from the previous section, right?
Itu sudah.
今日一日ね、ずっとね、今見ようとしようとすると会議中で。すいません。
This is right, a zip or not.
Mungkin dua-duanya bisa dijauhin lagi di cas.
Ini satu akun. Enggak. Ini speakernya di itu di low. Dah. Nah. sudah Pak Eko.
Apa kan ini tadi
Bukan handphonenya Bu Ria, speakernya memang ujungnya mute, tapi speakernya bunyi.
Pak Eko,
Speakernya kan harusnya di low, diturunin speakernya.
Dimatiin nggak bisa?
Sudah.
Pak Eko ini bisa dianukan nggak diterangkan bahwa saya tuh nanyain. Tadi kan suruh save as.
So this is the data which you saved in the previous session.
Yes, I think, but I usually face this problem also if you save from Excel to CSV. Usually I avoid this problem by saving as Excel file.
But as far as I think that this is okay.
Wait, say Mok.
Okay.
This one is the screen of Fatma Riasan. Would you check what happened?
Yeah, actually, this is a data set for CSV because this is the comma. Each values are separated by comma. So I think that it is possible to read by R. So I will take, I check that for what happened to that. But actually, I think this is not be a problem.
Can you import this CSV file to your R?
Kak, kecilkan dikit, Kak.
separation.
Hello, Weda Sensei. I want to share screen my my work. Okay. Okay. This is I have saved in CSV, but my data is not like Miss Fatmaria. Is it
Yeah.
right?
I
But
think
this
that
is
we expected this kind of the data, and please, could you show the Fat Maria-san or the R Studio?
Yes.
We are using our studio.
This is my art studio. Okay.
Munculnya saya ini tadi sih dok.
Or you said that you save the data in Excel.
Oh, I got this data from Jeep, so I use as CSV.
Yeah, but you used the save the data in Excel or CSV type.
I do both sometimes, but sometimes when I save from Excel file to CSV, that also happen in my case also. The data is contained in the website and comma like
Okay. Yeah, because I think that this is not the problem because as far as you save the data as using the right right CSV, and then the comma separated, and then you can read the data in R again. So Mo, could you show the R Studio? Your share your screen. And could you show, how to read the data?
I show after I run this code, it will show your file that you want to import, such as in this case, I want to import data that you already saved from the previous section, and you double click here. So the data will import to your studio.
So can everybody read the data using read CSV? Are there somebody who can't read the data?
Wait, Sensei.
Yes.
The team here asking if Mok can repeat from beginning, because we left behind.
Okay.
Can start again. What Mok?
Mok,
We
please.
already in the safe period, and after that we lost.
Oh, sorry, I just start to import the data. You mean I start from the beginning again, right? Maybe
Yes.
you you
Uh-huh.
can start by install these two packages pplyr and readr, and after that library these two packages.
Sudah oke belum?
You can run if you still not install and library these two packages. You can run this code first before you read the data.
Coba tanya aja pakai itu aja. Dokter Dono langsung aja, Dok.
Sorry, Mok.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to ask. We are must write like you install a cake.
Yes, you install already.
Oh, sudah aku. Wait.
And every time that you install package, you need to library the package that you install it. And every time after you install, next time that you use R again, you don't need to install the package that you already installed. Oh, and the moment you all understand that this section is section 2, you need to open the RStudio name section 2C, not the one that just finished. It's a section 2C. If you open the file section 2C, you will have all this code in your RStudio.
Still open in session 1, not
Oh,
ready.
please
Yeah. So,
okay.
so we are
You
still
don't need to
confused. Okay.
type. Yeah, you don't need to type the
Okay.
code again.
We are
Yeah.
open. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay, after you open the section 2, please install and library these two package first before we read the data or import the data from previous section. And when you run the code, I have another option. Maybe you don't need to click here, but you can click Control and Enter at the same time, like this. And if you run the code, click Control Enter at the same time. You can try. Now you all open the section 2 already.
So can everybody open the data? Not yet. Donna-san, how about you? If you can't open the data, and please let us know. No one? And then we'll move to next.
So after you install package and library the package, you can read your data or import your data from the file that you saved in the previous section and double click the data, and it will import to your RStudio. And after that, I would like to show that I found some missing data update such as row 9. And I would like to exclude all missing data update from this data frame. So I set the condition with using this function. I set from the 1st of January 2020 15 until 29 of July in 2017 and assign to the same name of data. So it will rewrite to the data set and remove the missing data of date. So your data will have only the data with date from beginning of 2015 until 29 of July in 2017. But now your data is still the character. So I would like to change to convert the character to date. Change from character as date variable, and your date variable change to date already. Normally, some data frame, sometimes your data is not stored from the beginning until the end of the date. So you can use the arrange function. Yeah, arrange to sort your data from, if this case is from 1st of January 2015 until the 29 of July 2017 using arrange, and it will sort from the beginning to the end of the date. Yeah. And if you want to check that which day is the Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, that you can use the weekday function to find the day. Let's see. I assign the new, I create the new variable name day of week or DOW. And the new variable DOW will show the day of week, such as 1st of January is the Thursday, and 2nd is Friday, like this. And one more thing that I would like to add from the section 1 is when you plan to analyze your data, but you want to include your study period, such as you want to include your study period from 1st of January 2015 until the end of 2016, but your data now have until July 2017. You can also use this function, and you set the condition from 2015 until end of 2016. And in this case, I would like to add to the new data frame, and I set the name as that one. So your that one will contain only the date from 1st of January 2015 until the end of December 2016. This is in your case that you would like to select your study period from your full data set. But today I will use the original data to show, to plot the graph. So I remove the new data that I just created. Using remove function, you can type rm here, and the name that data frame that you want to delete. So your new variable, new data frame, that one is already removed. And you can check your variable here in your data. And this show the number of the column, which is the column 1 is the healthcare, column 13 is the influenza, until the new column that we just create day of week is the column position 60. And one more thing that I want to add before we go to the main topic today. If you want to create the categorical data, just as you have the continuous data, but you want to create the categorical data and set them as the 1 or 0, you can use one example is using if else function, and you create the name as the URL. I would like to use this column URL to create the new variable. I set the condition as if URL higher than 2 will show 1, but if less than 2, the new variable name URL underscore to group. So your new variable URL to group will contain only 0 and 1 according to your condition that you set. You have only 0 or 1. This is the example to make the categorical data from the continuous data.
Sorry, Mok.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
I'm still confused.
We still confused with our
open data
work, our data because it's not open. Can I share screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nah, enak kok. For the first, I will run the data reads. It's just blue, not open.
Oh, do I need to?
So we confuse at
Can you
least.
share screen? And global environment, pick the how to call it. Click the
Okay. Could you, Donna-san, I think that, maybe you see, if you see the, lower side, and then you see something, maybe that, I think that, something, yeah, I know that this problem is if you see the lower side, and then you see something, for the folder, you should open the folder or something. Maybe you minimize the R session. This R, if you minimize the R studio, and then
I was the
you do not, and maybe the folder. I think that maybe you open the folder and then decide the file you want to open. So please click the right upper side, the line, not close, the left. Yeah, this one, up, minimize. Minimize. Yes. This one, click. And minimize, click and minimize the R Studio.
Yes, I still minimize this. And then?
No. Or maybe that this our studio is the covered, and then behind our studio you can find the folder, your folder.
Yeah. It's still a select file. Is it true?
And then you should select your file, the data, the name data, and then it is okay.
Air training. Okay. The code.
You find that?
The first data that we have saved before, right?
Yeah, you save the data. The name is data.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you choose that, and then you can open that. Is it okay? Did you find? Because on the screen I can't see. I just see the our studio, so I don't see the behind the our studio. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And
No
please
package called reader.
download. Click no.
No.
Yes, click
So I
no
choose no.
first.
Okay.
And after that, this library, run the code library.
Run for the library.
Yes. Control
Yes.
enter. Please
But
control.
still, R is busy status. No,
Okay,
just
this is the
running.
download process.
This wait first.
Please wait
Okay,
for a while. Trying R to read R, so it takes some time. I don't know why that happens.
It's still download.
Yeah, downloading, I think.
Enggak, ternyata ada tadi dia minta minimize dulu deh, minimize. Ada ini. Nah, disuruh pilih data.
Udah gue udah milih tadi. Munculnya itu nanti ini sini.
I don't know what happened.
Could you please
So
stop the red one?
Raven is have difficulty di mana, Pak? Ada masalah di mana katanya?
Datanya masih belum muncul, data yang diminta.
Okay, this is a download.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, downloading.
Yes.
Please wait for a while.
Bentar, B, masih belum juga punya aku, B.
The upper said install. So I choose install.
Just a minute. Please wait for.
Click or not?
Wait a moment, because if you see the console, you can see the red circle, the right side of the console, and the red circle means that the R is busy for doing something. So you have to wait for a while until the red circle disappears.
Okay. So we wait.
Oke. Ini muncul web build dan data set open. Dia muncul yang seleksinya otomatis harusnya muncul.
There's not to click run or not. It's still wait.
Still wait, yeah.
Harusnya ini tadi muncul dari awal atau enggak?
Enggak. Muncul.
Dari awal.
But next time when you use the RStudio, you don't need to install the same package that you already installed. You just run the library. You install only one time.
Dokter minimize dulu.
Maybe it takes time, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure that do we need
But we're waiting until when?
Maybe, yeah. I don't think that read out is necessary.
Yes. Could you click stop first? Click stop the red one.
How to?
Udah, ya mas, data yang kita bikin tadi tuh. Tapi kok saya nggak ngomong tuh. Kayaknya running lagi udah. Nah sama saya juga bikin gini dong. Bener nggak kayak gini nih?
Nah, coba lu ngomong deh bro.
Cuman kalau kita running STR itu baru nol gitu. Running STR nol. Bisa.
If it takes too long, and then maybe close the R Studio and then restart, and without installing read R.
Yes, maybe we don't need to.
Yeah, because read R, installing read R takes time.
Ueda Sensei, can I share screen my art studio?
Yeah.
This is right or no?
Yeah, this is right.
Yes.
Okay.
Dapat data satu di mana buat boleh minta?
Apanya?
Dapat data satu dari mana buat tadi?
Tadi nge-set DW. Yang nge-set itu tadi. Yang nge-set tadi tuh pakai yang ngomong.
Okay. Can I share the screen again?
Bisa. Saya salah buka filenya, mantap. Terusin lagi sedikit buat.
Iya betul gini aja.
Sini. Hah?
Tadi gua klik bangsat pesawat.
Lu kan memang bangsat.
Nah, ini kan udah beneran.
Tar, sabar nih hapus aja.
Stop ya.
Gini, lagi download. Dah.
Okay. I saw that when you install the package, you will see the red color around here. It means that your eye is running for something. And I suggest you to click the stop here. Click the stop around here. The red one.
Kamu pilih data yang tadi pertama, Bi. Data yang kamu pertama tadi kamu save CSV itu. CSV itu.
Ada yang tulisannya di sini kan? Iya, memang terbuka open file-nya. Ini kayak selektori kayak gini kan.
So Donna-san, how is your the screen? If it is okay, so can we move next?
Yes, okay. Okay, Ueda Sensei.
Okay.
So I just mentioned that we create the new variable named URL to group to contain the binary data which includes only 0 or 1. And next we will go to the main topic that we will focus on this section, which is the typing data with graph. First, I will use the variable case here to plot many graphs. But now I would like to convert the variable case from the integer to the numeric. Now it's the integer. To the numeric, and as the previous section, we already create this variable named case that change the missing data NA in the case variable to the 0 in the case C. So we will see the structure of case C again. Case C. Now the structure of case C is the integer, and you can find the set of case C such as the mean, standard deviation, and this one you usually need to put when your data have the missing data. But in case C, we already changed from NA or missing data to 0. So you can run without this one. But if you change to case C, maybe it still cannot run because case C still have missing data. So you need to ignore the missing data here, and it will find the mean of case. So remember that if your data have the missing data, you need to put na.rm equal to ignore the missing data. And for the other stats such as the IQR, this is the percentile 75 minus percentile 25, median percentile 50, and summary to show minimum percentile 25, percentile 50 or median, mean percentile 25, and maximum. And next we will try to plot the graph. The first basic graph called histogram is can show the distribution of your data. This histogram plot between the variable case C show the daily number of your patient
Berarti mirip-mirip
and
SSS.
frequency, such as you have the daily number around 2 or 3, and this the 2 or 3 patients have around 300 day or 400 day, the same number of your daily patient in your data. It shows the frequency in the y-axis. So it means that your data is have mostly the number of your daily number of patients is around less than 5, mostly less than 5 for each day. And you can also add the detail to your histogram, such as break. Break is to add the number of the bin. If we count the bin, I will show what is the bin. This is mean the one bin, and here is the second bin, third bin, and fourth bin. And if I set like this, it means that I would like to have 10 bin, have this 10 bar. And you can also add the color. So this one I want to change the histogram to be the red color. And xlab is to assign the name of x-axis. Now it's a data $SC, and I would like to change this name to number of the patient. And main is the name of your main histogram here. Histogram of data $SC. I would like to change to daily number of the patient. So your histogram will change to the red color and contain 10 bin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bin. And the main graph name daily number of the patients, and x-axis name number of the patients. And I would like you to apply this one to plot your own histogram using the patients of tuberculosis disease, which is this column. tuberculosis. Plot histogram of this variable and please set your data, the main name as the daily number of tuberculosis disease and name of x-axis as the number of color to the blue color. You can apply from this code to plot your own histogram in this example. If somebody can plot already, you can share the screen to show your code and your plot also.
Do somebody has any questions?
If no question, I will show the histogram plot of this example. So this will plot the histogram of the daily number of tuberculosis disease and the color change to blue. If you get this plot, so you understand how to plot the histogram. So if anybody have question, please ask me, and if no question, I will go to the next graph. Okay. The next one is called block plot. This block plot is useful to find your possible outlier. You can try to plot, and I will show the structure of block plot. This block plot, the center of block plot is the median, which is the percentile 50. And here, lower part of block plot is the percentile 25. And upper part of block plot is percentile 25. So the percentile 25 here minus percentile 25 here is the IQR. Here is the IQR. And the period of the block plot from the upper percentile 25 to this line is the usually be the 1.5 multiplied by IQR. And
could you, Mo,
yes,
please
yes.
use KC, not case, because KC is the include the NA, and actually NA is the 0. So maybe KC is right. Better.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And this data upper this line is might be the possible outlier in your data set that higher than 1.5 IQR. This dot. And you can also add the detail to your data, such as you add the name of main box plot and also add the name of y-axis here, y-axis here, and main name of the graph, which is box plot here. So I would like you to plot your own box plot in following this example using the variable tuberculosis disease and use the and assign the name of the graph in the main as the box plot and y-axis here as the number of the tuberculosis disease and change the color to blue color. This one. Using this variable tuberculosis to plot your own box plot.
Mock, wait, there are some error here.
Yes, please. You would like to share screen or you would like to ask the question?
We will share. Wait.
Okay.
I want to share. My
Okay.
box plot was error.
You cannot plot the box plot, right? Let's see.
Could you share the our studio?
This is
maybe this is good. Zipsan,
I
please,
need to stop share first, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
this is
the machine is too large, so can I share the screen again one more time and I will show how to handle this.
this is done.
I would like to
run the box plot.
Okay,
yes.
run.
Can I?
Okay.
You click the zoom.
This is okay, but the size is quite small. So please click the right side. So zoom.
Zoom.
Yes. Click here.
Klik yang kanan terus di zoom. Klik right side.
Please, click the zoom and then that shows the zoom to figure, I guess.
Itu besar.
screen nggak ini?
Iya, ini bisa. Ini share screen saya.
But I understand how to handle this. May I share screen again one more time? I will show how to handle if it show bigger margins too large.
Can you see my screen?
Your screen. Now I see only Donna Sangit.
Yes.
Like this.
Hmm.
In echo.
Maybe Donna Sangit stop sharing first and
Stop
you.
share dulu ya. Stop share
Okay.
dulu.
And please share screen. Oh, sorry. Who would like to share screen again? You cannot see the video.
I share again.
Oh, sorry. The guy who would like to share screen again. Okay. For this problem, I will show how to solve this problem. Please let me share screen.
So Donna-san, please stop the sharing, and then the mock will show how to handle this.
Okay. Sometimes when you see this one, when you make it smaller, and this will show your figure margin too large. You just put it like this. Can you try? Make this box larger, and you will plot. You can plot the figure here or graph here. If your box here is the size of the box here is large enough. Now your size of box is something like this. You understand this one? You can adjust the size from here. Like if you put like this and you run this code, I also cannot plot also. But after I adjust the size here and I run the code again, so I can plot the graph, something like this. Yeah, it is okay for so this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to ask why in column console that's error in plot.
This one?
Yes.
Because first the size of your plot is not enough, something like this. If you run here, so it will show that the size, the lower right box is too small, so you cannot plot any graph here because it's not the size is not enough to show any graph. But when you adjust the size here, you can do just manually like this, and you plot again. So your code can run already change to blue color, and your box plot show in this the box of lower right. Yeah. So if you cannot plot, you need to adjust the size of this one. You can adjust to the left also. Adjust it to the left, make it wider, or adjust, make it higher, something like this. Now you can plot the box plot already. Okay, and I would like to show the plot for the exercise tool that I use the number of patients of tuberculosis disease and color blue and assign the name of y-axis to be the number of tuberculosis disease and main name of the graph is box plot. Let's see this plot. So your box plot for tuberculosis disease become like this if you can plot like this, so you understand how to plot the box plot. If you have a question for the box plot, please feel free to ask, and if you have no more question, I will move to the next plot.
Can you screen share and send by email to us?
Oh, sorry, you will send which one? You would like?
Please screenshot or copy paste
the plot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you can check in the zip file that Uda Sensei sent you yesterday. We already make the file of PDF file for show all plot. Did you have that file? We plot and we copy to the Word file, and after that we make the scrapbook for you all to check the code and the plot. Maybe I will show this one just a moment. Okay, let me share screen. In that example, something like this, but if Uda Sensei already combine them into one file, it will show the code and the graph. After you run the code, this graph will show in your RStudio, something like this. You can check from the file that Uda Sensei in the email yesterday. It will help this scrapbook already. Okay, I stop sharing. Studio again. But if you need more information, you can email us again. If you need some more information, please feel free to ask us again. So next, I would like to show to plot the box plot, many box plot in one graph, such as I would like to plot the case C in different days. So we will have the 7 block pot in each day from Friday, Monday, Saturday until the Wednesday. And as you can see, the Sunday like the holiday in Indonesia, so the number is quite low. So if this you need to consider about the day of week. Yeah. Because it affects your analysis that the number of the patients in Sunday is low because many hospitals in Indonesia might be closed like that. And you can add the color to each block pot to change to different 7 color for each like this. And this is all for block pot. If you have no question, I will move to next pot. Okay. The next plot that I would like to show is called time series graph. In this plot, I would like to plot between the date or time with the daily number of the patient, and I assign the main graph name time series of daily number of the patients, and assign the x-axis name as the date and y-axis name as the number of the patients. Let's see the time series graph. So your graph will show the plot between the number of patients from the 1st of January 2015 and until the 29th of July 2017, and y-axis show the daily number of the patients, and x-axis show the date daily from 1st of January until 29th of July 2017. And this graph, you can see the peak of your data, such as in 2000, nearly the end of 2015, around August or September, the number is higher than other period. So you can see that this it have any situation or something happen in this period, and I would like you to try to plot your own time series plot to using the tuberculosis variable and assign the name like this following example here. Using the same variable tuberculosis to plot your own time series plot.
Wait. Can I share screen my?
Yes, please. Oh, sorry, I forgot to stop. Okay, please share. Okay. Oh, you cannot plot because your window missing. Your case C, because I think you still not. Can you try class Can you type class and let me share here. Class and data $sign date. Can you type here in your app? Please see the chat box because I think the I mean the class of your date is still not become the date, so it cannot plot the time series graph if you not change the class of date to be the date. Could you try this in your class data? Yeah, you can try structure data.
And you check the day. A date is character. Yeah.
And please convert the date into the class date. The code that I just typed to the chat box. Please copy this code to your app. Yes, like that. Please run this code and please try to plot the time series again.
Or before doing that, the run again, the 113 structure, yeah, str,
Yes.
Okay.
Could you share screen again? Okay, and you run the structure str the data again for the line 113.
And then you check the date. And then the format becomes not character. So that's be okay. You can run plot.
Please try to run time series again. Maybe run the code in the line 160.
Okay.
Okay. Please remember that if you want to plot the time series, the class of your date need to be the date, need to be the how to call date. Yes, you need to check the class of your date every time to be date before you plot the time series like this.
Hi, Mok. Sorry. We are here is already 12 o'clock. Can we are summarize in 5 minutes and we have
Yes.
1 hour?
Just one more plot. I will finish in 5 minutes. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, 5 minutes is okay. And we will break for 1 hour. We will resume at 1 o'clock Jakarta time, yeah?
Okay. Please
okay, thank you very much.
Eko-san?
Yes, Ueda Sensei.
Eko-san, so for time is, so after the 5 minutes break, until when we'll do this session? Because, I am afraid my session will not end before the time 12:30.
12:30.
Sensei.
Mau sampai 12:30 nggak?
He said we will
30
have
menit lagi.
1 hour break at start
One
again.
break. Yeah, because I have another meeting after this. So yeah, because I only have the
Yes,
yeah
thanks.
from 1 p.m. At Jakarta in Indonesian time, I'll have another meeting and I need to leave here. So
maybe
Yeah,
after.
they said it's okay. They said it's okay.
Yeah, because I have already sent materials, and then I think that the my part is the reading the environmental data and then combine the data. We say merge the data, and that is an important part of the analysis. But still okay, because from this lunchtime, and then you discuss and maybe the will update that new date, a new data set, and then we discuss, continue to discuss. Is it okay? Eko-san, is it okay? Or Eko-san or Nina-san?
Wait, Sensei. They still resume with discussion here. Wait.
Okay.
So, Ueda Sensei, which one better? We continue another 30 minutes and we study from your data and formula, or we have a break at 1 and we continue like 2 hours until 3 o'clock with mock. What you think?
Yeah, because we have another meeting, so we need to leave.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Let's continue.
Okay, I will finish.
Yeah. Let's continue.
So please please wrap up this session, and then I will briefly explain. So,
okay, so the last plot called scatter plot is the plot to plot between two variables. In this example, I will show to plot between SC with the data URL here. So the first data will plot in the x-axis and second will plot in the y-axis. Let's see. So URL plot in the y-axis here and SC plot in the x-axis. You can see the consistence or the trend that have the positive trend here. And you can also add the name of y x-axis and main graph to your scatter plot like this. It is all plot for my section, and this is already shown in the previous section that if you want to save your data, you can find your document or folder that you want to save, and here is the name of the data that you want to do, and this is the data that you save, and you create your own name as CSV. So this is all for my section.
Thank you very thank you very much, Mok. And okay, and maybe we'll go to the next session. Is it okay to start?
Okay, stop sharing.
Okay. Now I'm sharing my our studio. Okay.
We can continue.
Okay.
Okay, we
So
can continue
please,
to the next session.
okay, please open the session 3. You can open the file and then go to your file into this one. No, this one. Session 3, open. And then you see that this code. And I will skip the first part because this is just a repetition of the session 1 and 2, and I will start from reading and environmental data. Now you are familiar to reading the data, and now you have the data for the clinic visit, but we need other data, the risk factor data. So this is the environmental data. Okay, now you know how to get the direction, DIR. Mine is here, G. So I run this one. How to obtain this data? Do you know that? So because we know, can you see? Ah, okay. Let's see. Okay, can you see? This is a folder, and then copy and paste and move back to the R Studio. This one. R. Is it okay?
Excuse me, Wajah Sensei?
Yes.
Sorry, I am threatened because we cannot save the data from session 2, so we still confused to save the data from session 2. Can
Data from session 2?
Yes. We cannot save.
You mean that you can't save the data?
Yes, I mean.
You don't. In this time, you don't have to save the data set because I think that this is if you have the data, original data, and then you have the code, you can easily get the data, and then you can create the data set. So you don't have to save the data, but still okay. And for this session, we will use the data which you created in the session 2. So that's be okay. No problem.
Also, we don't use the data from session 2.
We use the data. We use the data from session 2. But the R session have already. If you see the global environment, and then you already have the data.
Yes.
You see. So we can use this data. Okay.
Wait a minute. I looking for the what data I must find.
Okay,
Sensei?
so please take a look
Global
at
environment.
right side, global environment, and then there is some name, and then the last session, you name data.
Yeah,
This one.
data. What?
If you click here, you see this data set. Can you see that?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Data, only data, not data 1.
Not data 1.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have data. So
yeah.
Okay. But we read new data set about visibility, the environmental data.
Okay.
Okay. How to read the data. Now you know how to read the data. You see the direction here. So I rewrite. So please, direction equal, so quotation mark, and then copy and paste. And change the slash, and add the last at the slash. This is the direction. And this direction, we apply read.csv and paste 0 and paste and combine the dir and the name of the data set is visibility 2015 to 2017.csv and run the data. So could you read the data?
Wait a minute.
Okay. If you have found difficulties in reading the data, the easiest way is, I don't want to do this, but if you have some difficulties in writing code, you go to File, okay? You go to File and import dataset. And then from text here.
I'm sorry, Weda
Okay.
Sensei.
Okay.
Can you repeat and you see my share screen?
Okay, so
what happened to my arm line after I run line 36?
Line 36. There is 50 or more warnings. Yeah, there is sometimes warnings, and then in that time you need to check the warnings. But actually, that the code runs. Yeah.
The code runs. It's what is meaning about this?
Yeah, I don't know what happens, but something is wrong. So the code, code runs successfully. No, but actually there is something wrong. So you need to check the data set.
Oh,
you
okay.
See that?
Okay. The data set. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So please open the sessions. Okay, Fatima-san. So please, can I go back to the our studio? So could you read the data? Visibility.
Kamu pakai data yang mana?
Dia minta visibility lagi kan, bukan mas?
Kamu pakai data yang mana?
Ini mau coba yang visibility.
So could you read the data set? I name BIS, and then if after reading this BIS, I see the global BIS data set in global environment here, right side. And here, the number of data is 1096 and 7 variables. Is it okay? Can I go? Is it okay to go? If you read the data, okay. Is it okay? Still can't read the data.
Still process.
Okay. Kamu running nomor berapa? Sama.
could you share your screen? Can you share your screen?
Yes, Miss Raya will share screen.
Okay, so this cannot open file, no such file or directory. Yeah, maybe the direction is wrong. Because direction is, this is my direction. And you need to set your own direction.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So to set your own direction, I am showing that. So this is the folder which I put the data visibility 2015 to 2017. And please here, click and copy. This is the direction. Okay. And move to our studio. Okay. Here, again, I will show direction. Your own direction is equal mark and paste here. And then do not forget to change that this flash. This is your own direction. This is mine. And then run this direction and run this code. And it works because that if you see the console, I can run. Is it okay? If you have some difficulties, please share the screen. Is it okay to go on?
Oh, siapa tuh?
So is it, could you read the data?
Okay, wait a minute. Udah selesai.
Not yet. If you have difficulties, and then I show another way to read the data. So click File, import the from text, click. And then move to the data set, find the data set. And then this is what I want to read, visibility 2015 to 2017. So click here and open. Yeah, this one, import data set. Data frame, yeah, this one. Yeah, I don't know. As factory. Okay. Here, and then I can read this. But be aware the name of the set is visibility. So if you read use that method, and then I see that this data set is the same as visibility. The name of it is visibility 2015 to 2017. Actually, the data set is the same. So now you read the data, okay?
Yes, Ueda Sensei.
Okay. So, but if you, I prefer to shorten name. So maybe if see that this name visibility 2015, I can change or just name biz2 or something. To equal busy, okay, appear here. So I change the name of the data here, biz2, and run. Of course, you can use this name, but too long. So I rather, I prefer to shorter name. And after reading, we always do check the data using head, read the data. And then I want to see that data set for the date, year, months, day, max, biz, minute busy. So visibility is the visibility data set is the two types of variables: maximum visibility of the day and minimum value of the visibility. Okay, so if the weather is not so good, visibility becomes lower. So it is the reflection of if the air pollution concentration is higher, the visibility becomes lower. So in this case, we use the minimum or maximum visibility. Of course, we want to check the tail, and this is the tail of this. So the data set is the extend until 2017 December 31st, and we check STR. We check the structure using STR here, and this is the data frame. Number of data is 1096 observation and 7 variables. But actually, you need to see the data is the character. So we need to format the data variable. So here, the data set is date. We usually use as date. And then this data. I think that this is okay. And then it works. And after I change the format, please check the structure. So I see the date becomes date format. So is it okay? Because if you successfully change the date variables, I will go to the next step to plot the data. And today I want to combine the visibility data and the Puskesmas data within 10 minutes. Okay. So please, hurry up and then if you have some difficulties, please let me know. If you have you can successfully read the data and then change the data format, and then I will move to the next. Is it okay? Is it okay to go on? Oh no. No, doesn't work.
Yes, okay. I can get change the format
Okay.
to the year, month, and date.
Okay. So, because we want to know the how is the the look like that this kind of data is. So, we check the time series of visibility. So we run this plot, visibility date and visibility, maximum visibility. And maybe we can just, the simplest way is plot this date, this max this. This is the simplest code. And then we see here that this figure. Maybe I want to see the more larger figure. So I show this one. So the figure shows from the time series of 2015 to 2018. The y-axis indicate the maximum visibility. And usually maximum visibility is around 10. So we can see until the distance 10 kilometer away from us. But when we take a look at sea, please see the maybe September, October of 2015, the maximum visibility becomes quite lower. So this is due to the fire. Okay. Similarly, we see plot this date, then we'll see the minimum min piece and run here. Minimum is the that varies by date, but still in the of 15, the visibility becomes really quite lower. So due to the smoke, we can't see. Maybe that you couldn't see anything far from you. And because that this time I couldn't prepare for the air pollution data, so instead of the air pollution data, I use this visibility data. Okay. And maybe and I will skip summary. Maybe you just the run, and then we can see that. Okay, and maybe because time is coming. So most important part of this session is we combine the environmental data and the health data. The combined data I name combine, so COMB. This is the name, and assign. And I use the merge function. Merge means the data. But if you combine the data, but what I want to do is to combine the data by matching date. So if the data of the Puskas mass data is the date, we want to match the date. So the merge function is really useful. I want to use the data, which I create in the session 2, and visibility data. But how to match the date? By equal, and which I have the the variables date. So date is the same for date, data and visibility. So the simplest way is by equal date. And I want to keep all the data set, even though the date does not match. So the O, I want to keep all the data set equal true. So then I run this one. So please run this merge function. Please use the merge function. After merging making the combined data, and then we check the data set. And there are many. So maybe I want to see the structure. And here, I am checking the data set. The data frame, the number of observations becomes larger. I don't know why that happens. Is it really? I don't know. Wait a moment. Wait, data. Combine the data. Yeah, OT, O, X, O, Y. これでいけるか。Okay. Okay, please correct the code. Combine data is using the merge. So combine the data and visibility by equal date. And I want to keep, because the visibility data is 1069. This is from the 2015 until the end of 2017. So I want to keep this data set. So this is the data set, because the combined data is the data X. The first data is we call data X, and the second data set is data Y. So we use O.Y equal T here. And then that makes combined data is the number of data set is the 1096 observations of 21 variables. And then we want to make sure that the data set is successfully combined and run the data. And we ignore this one. And the number of the case C is here. I don't know why. Or case C. Maybe in this case, my data is not right. But yours, if you take a look at your data, and then I think that your data is successfully see that the data set. I don't know why that happens. So could you see that data set for data for the
Okay.
Okay, or let me check the class data run. No. Yeah, okay. I have forgot data. 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 Okay. Okay. And the structure. Yeah, okay. That is actually, did you combine? Can you combine that? Box protocol or something. And we can, time series. Oh, maybe we go to the scatter plot of between visibility and the number of Puskas mass, which means that we want to have the scatter plot between the number of cases and the visibility. So plot combine data and maybe here is minimum or maximum piece versus combine the number of case C and run this. And then we see the graph here. So still from this figure, it's not clear the relationship between the visibility and the number of cases, because this is because, the data, okay, I will show, combine the data set plot. Combine okay, here. Because okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So because okay, we here plotting. I can't see. I can't. Okay, here is the graph, and this is the time series of the number of cases, and here there is a number of cases during the fire season in 2015, but still there is a seasonality. So we need to account for this seasonality, and of course the day of week. But actually from this session, the applying for the time series data is the beyond of the scope. So I think that we need to end this session now. Is it okay? And
yes, I can follow until now with the sensei.
Okay. So if you have any question, and maybe we will continue for the data set, especially for the whole data set, and for missing data or something.
But
So we need to
for the other Weda Sensei,
okay.
we have problem when we are wanna using the data, and that is we cannot import to our statistic. So it's the problem of the other.
Okay. Yeah, I think that, you know, importing the data set is the most important and difficult part. Yeah, and usually, especially for beginners, you know, reading the data and handling the data is really difficult for our. So usually, when I was a beginner, I usually apply for other statistics software like Stata or SPSS, and to make a data set. And then after making the data set and reading the data set into R, and then apply for the package, because, you know, R has a lot of, you know, statistical packages. And yeah, so that's the best way, better way for beginners. But maybe, and for the data set, I think that it is possible to make the data set by, you know, we can do that. And then we send back to you with code. And we share the analysis. Is it okay?
Yes, maybe it's okay.
Yeah, because, you know, you sent the whole Puskesmas data, and then probably we'll have the other environmental data. So we will combine the data set, and then we send back to that data set to you. And also we will send the code, our code for the analysis, to share that. You know, the best, you know, I think the most good, you know, good thing to using the R is we can share the analysis and the data set. And so today the time is so limited, because, you know, usually today's, you know, materials, we usually use that for maybe it takes a few weeks to go through this.
Yes, and it's very so fast.
So you know, I think that, you know, you had a really hard time today. but you know, I think still okay. You know, we can share the code, and we can share the codes, and then that you can ask, you know, about the, you know, what the problem is, like this. You know, now I understand how to use that Zoom for our session. So is it okay? We'll, you know, end. Maybe we need to. I need to leave here soon.
Okay.
So Eko-san or Nina-san, thank you.
Eko-san.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much.
Sensei. Thank you very much. We learn. Actually, most of your teaching with JIP and MOOC is the one we learned last time, and we are refresh our mind again.
Yeah.
And there is actually request from Raven and Dr. Fatmaria when you invite them to Japan to learn art.
When?
No, maybe after COVID we will talk. But
yeah, because
thank you very much for your
thank
time.
You very much. Yeah, because, you know, I have really, you know, that recently I have good news, because Japanese government tried to open the country, you know, the border, you know, from October. Still, the number of the, you know, visitors will be limited, but, you know, the Japanese government decided to open. So the, you know, the people from other countries, maybe the future students or the business person, can come to Japan. So I hope we can go to Indonesia and you can come to Japan soon.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ueda Sensei, Jeep, and Mok for your time and your teach us R. And hopefully this will be not the end, but this is the start. And
Yeah.
we will, we already record this training. We will try at home again. And hopefully if you can give us another refreshing training, not far from now, because Dr. Donna and the team will conduct survey for 3 more hospitals.
Okay.
So we will have 6 hospital or puskesmas analysis.
Okay.
So it will be enrich our data set.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, because if the data set is if we can make the data set clean data set, and then it is used for your own analysis.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes. And Naito Sensei, you want to close this training?
I think it's okay. I mean, maybe Dr. Donna can close.
Okay, Ibu Fatmaria, please.
Thank you very much for participation.
Ueda Sensei, kemarin setelah penambahan 3 puskesmas selama 6 hari berturut, apakah itu jadi begitu? Dan jika memang tahap analisis data ini akan dikerjakan oleh Ueda Sensei, terkait workshop itu seperti apa? Terima kasih.
So Ueda Sensei, there is question from Fatmaria San. After the 3 data collection